Friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is ToolsRus. I've already spawned the machine earlier, and this is the IP address of the machine. As always, I'd like to use the attack box provided by the Tryhackme to do this penetration. Yeah, in this room, I will not adopt the standard methodology to do this penetration. Yeah, I'd like to use or follow the guide instead. But I think we can get the same destination or to get the root shell. Okay? So enough said, let's just get started. Of course, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You are greatly appreciated. So then we can go to the first one. Yeah, I've already started the machine and answer the question below. What directory can you find that begins with a G? Of course, in this case, I'd like, of course, the most favorite tool for me to enumerate the directory is GoBuster. However, I'd like to follow the help or the instruction of this room. I'd like to use the debuster. Maybe I need to make the terminal to be bigger so you can see what's going on. So I'd like to use the debuster and the IP address of the target. Let's press enter to see which kind of directories we can get. Yeah, very quick. And I think now we can answer the first question. What directory can you find that begins with a G? I think it should be this one, guidelines. So we just put guidelines. Let's submit. Yeah, which is correct. And whose name can you find from this directory? Of course, now we can launch our browser and access this directory. What we've discovered from the debuster. The target IP address and the directory which is guidelines. Let's press enter. We cannot. Oh, sorry. My bad. My mistake. I think this time the IP address of the target should be right. Yeah, hi Bob, did you update the Tomcat server? So I think whose name can you find from this directory? Should be Bob. Let's submit. And what directory has a basic authentication? Now we go back to our terminal. Yeah, the debuster has already discovered another directory which is protected. And we can access this directory. Protected. Yeah, we are required to supply the username and password. So what directory? Yeah, I think we can answer this question. Protected. Let's submit. Yeah, what's Bob's password to this protected part of the website? I think now we can use the hydra to crack the password. And before we can use that, we need to understand the request between the browser and the server or the target. And I'd like to cancel and open up the developer tool and go to the network tab. And then let's refresh this area. I think we have already got the, or maybe we can put, for example, like not admin. The username should be Bob. We got from the guidelines directory and password, for example, like admin sign in failed. All right, now we got the request. So Now we can use the hydra to crack the password for the HTTP basic authentication. If you don't know how to do that, you can use the Google search engine, hydra, and for example, this one, defeating HTTP basic. And of course, I use the hydra very often. The method, the HTTP get. Okay, I think I've already got the way to run hydra. Now we can hydra, and with L option to specify the username. In this case, should be Bob. And the word list, the P, uppercase P, to represent the word list. And I'd like to use the locu. And next, we need to specify the port number. In this case, port number is 80, and then followed by the F option and the target IP address, and followed by the method of HTTP, and then followed by the page or login page. Of course, if you go back to the browser, we have already know that the page should be this one, protected. And now we go back to the terminal. Protected. Let's press enter to see whether we can crack the password for the user, Bob. And then we can use the combinations of username and password to log in. Yeah, we got the password, so that we can answer this question, bubbles. And let's submit. Before we try to log in to the protected part of the website, I'd like to follow the question or guide provided by the room. What other port that serves a web service is open on the machine? Of course, it's time to use the map to do the immersion, or the port scanning. To be more specific, a map. SVC and the port number, not port number, the IP address of the target. And then should be, we can output to this file. Again, let's press enter. I think this will not take very long time. We wait for this to be completed. We got the result. Another surface, so which is running. I think this one is what we are looking for. Okay, so what are the port number? Should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's submit. And what's the name and the version of the software running on the port from question 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The name of the version. So I think this should be this one. I'm not sure. We can copy. Let's submit. Which is correct. And then use Linkto. With the credentials, you have found that and scan the manager HTML directly on the port found above. And we can use Linkto and use the capital or the uppercase H to display the full help. So we need to use the ID. So where ID to specify the username and password to be authenticated to the target. All right. So now we can nickel, and the IP address of the target should be and the port number, and then manager HTML, and we need to specify the ID, which should be Bob, and the password bubbles. Let's press enter. Yeah, Tomcat documentation found. So I think we have already found the one documentation. So we just put one. However, my answer is incorrect. I think this question of this loom is a bit weird, because from the negative result, there is only one documentation has been found. So maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, 5. I think this question is not correct from my personal view, because from the negative result we just got the only one documentation. Although maybe if you count this one, I'm not sure about it. Anyway, we can move forward. So what's the version of the server version? We can access this protected area, and we can put the username, which is Bob, and the password is Bubbles. Sign in. Don't save. Has now moved to a different port number. Weird. So which one? So maybe move to the... So this machine is very interesting, because from the map we have already got the... Yeah, I think this should be this one. Oh. This one. Yeah, we got the... I think I mistyped the information just now. So what's the version? And we can copy. So what's the server version? We go back to the map. So this one? Apache server information. Let's submit. So what version of the query is the service using? Now we go back to, so maybe this one, right? What version of, maybe we need to go back to the map again. Okay, 1.1. Let's submit. Now we need to, the next question is about the initial for the hold. Or in other words, we need to get a shell. Now we go back to our browser. Now we can go to the manager and use the same authentication information like Bob, and the password should be Bubbles. Sign in. As you can see, the manager app allow us to deploy the WAR file. And of course, I've already demonstrated this technique before. We can upload the WAR file or payload through this function, and then access this WAR file, and then we can get the shell. This is the manual way. However, Metasploit has already provided one wonderful module which can help us to do this automatically. Of course, this will be more convenient for us. So we can launch our console, Metasploit console. Then we can search the module which is related to the Tomcat and select appropriate module, the manager related module. Okay, and now we can search. Maybe I can clear the screen. Search Tomcat. Let's scroll up. I think this one is what we are looking for. Yeah, this one, Apache Tomcat Manager authenticated upload code execution. You know, of course, just I mentioned we can do this manually. Yeah, we can, for example, use the MSF volume to generate a payload. And the payload format should be WAR. And then upload this payload to the target. And then access this payload to get the reverse shell. However, this module, we can do it automatically or with a more convenient way. We can use and we just leave the payload to the default one. And then we can show options. Yeah, we can set the local host to our attack box, which should be all right. I need to make sure. I need to confirm my IP address is correct. Yeah, it's correct. And set the local port number to 555. Of course, you can choose any port number what you're comfortable with. Okay? And then we need to set the remote host to target. And in this case, should be... sorry, I cannot remember. And the port number should be 1234, right? And we can show options. Oh, we need to set the HTTP password. I mean the HTTP basic authentication. We can set the HTTP password to bubble and set the username to Bob. Then we can run it. You know, Metasploit is so wonderful and amazing. As you can see, it works. Metasploit session 1 opened. Now we can get the UID. Get UID, which is root. So even we do not need to elevate our privilege because right now we have already become the root user. So we can, I think we can, yeah, what root user did you get? Shell as, of course, this should be root. And what flag? Of course, you can, yeah, print current directory, root directory. Yeah, we can cut out the flag. Yeah, without any problem. Alternatively, you can spawn or go to the shell session by run the command shell. And then we can navigate to the root directory. Yeah, we get the same result. And we can copy, yeah, this root flag and answer the last question. Let's submit, which is correct. Congratulations. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.